Spirit is trying to tell you something. Spirit is trying to connect with you. Spirit is trying to communicate with you. And if you are going through a spiritual awakening, were going through a spiritual awakening last year, you're working on yourself, you're doing a lot of inner work, you are working on raising your frequency and your vibration, you have to understand how spirit communicates with you. And spirit communicates with you a lot of the times, the majority of the times, through your intuition. But if you don't recognize a intuitive signal, you will miss it. I used to ignore my intuition all the time until I realized that is one of the major ways spirit communicates. And some of the major ways that spirit communicates with you is through gut feelings, sudden ideas, nudges or pulls, repetitive messaging. And what I mean by that is I had a thought to get an oil change. And I said, oh, yeah, I do need to get an oil change. I haven't had an oil change in a while. And 3 days later, my grandmother called me and she said, hey, how's your car running? And I said, oh, my car's running fine. I said, but I do need to get an oil change. And she said, okay, handle that. And I waited a whole week. A whole week later, I was checking my emails and I saw a coupon for, I think it was like 25% off an oil change. And I said, you know what? Let me go get an oil change right now. And so that's what I mean by repetitive messaging. So when these things happen, you need to be able to notice them and call them out. And once you are aware and you call them out, you can if just call it out by saying, that felt like a spiritual message. That felt like an intuitive message. And then demand spirit to make it clear to you. Spirit, was that a clear message? Was that a clear signal? Please let me know. And once you demand that and you sit in the knowing of that, spirit will answer you. Your messages will start coming. They'll start coming through pretty clearly. For instance, say you ask a specific question. Oh, should I buy this car? A fire truck will go by, an ambulance will go by. That's a signal. So there's a song. It could you could get an answer through a song, or even an Instagram post, social media post. Sometimes you're scrolling through and you'll see a message that says, "Just got a brand new car," or something like that. All those are ways spirit communicates with you. So you just have to be aware that you are receiving those messages. And once you get the confirmation, it's important that you take steps toward that, whatever it is, toward the confirmation. Meaning, if you ask spirit, hey, should I buy this car? You got the confirmation to buy it. Then you start taking steps toward getting that car. So start shopping online, start getting quotes for insurance, things of that nature. Just start researching the cars. And once you start doing that, you're taking action toward the confirmation, and then you'll start getting answers back. Okay, go here, go to this lot and look at this car. Or you'll have a friend that'll be like, oh, I have a car who's got a red Mustang on sale, and it just so happened you're looking for a red Mustang. So it's important that you call it out, demand confirmation, and then take action. Those are important. And just remember that spirit is here to guide you to your best version of yourself, to your higher self. So spirit is here as a tool to help you. So just know that.